We're good.
Okay, let's open up the Board of Works bill meeting for the town of Francisco. Turn off the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, so we'll start off with our clerk treasurer reports.
First up is regular session minutes, June 10th of 2025.
I'll make a motion. Second that. Second. Third. All in favor? Aye.
For bank reconciliation balance as of June 30th, 2025, $349,356.04.
Make a motion. All in favor? Aye.
Wastewater bank reconciliation balance as of June 30th, 2025, $209,075.15.
Motion. That. All in favor? Aye. Aye.
Meter reconciliation report balance as of June 30th, 2025 with investment $55,800.59.
Motion. Second. All in favor? Aye.
Payroll for June, $3,363.36.
Make a motion. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye.
Jerry, you
Go ahead.
we gave a text message. I said, I'm getting a text message saying that there's no link and people are getting down.
Oh,
for the meeting.
for the meeting.
It's been crazy around here the past month. It's on Facebook, the rest expect them to be here, I'm switching art. Absolutely right. They keep cornering me in Walmart, and you come here, you probably get 300 some people to switch immediately. And
The way they explained it to me was is that certain areas have contracts with these saddle deal like what we have out here. So once those contracts are done, they can put in bids, they can put in bids to come out and to market.
great.
And their hands are just tied right now. They can't.
Who you grinning about? You do too.
Okay, it should be, I just posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So claim register for water, June 11th to June 30th, $10,958.20.
Make a motion.
Second.
Oh, yeah.
Water, July 1st to July 8th, $14,488.14. Wastewater, June 11th to June 30th, $2,739.84. And wastewater, July 1st to July 8th, $10,269.64.
Yeah,
I'll second.
all in favor?
We mailed out 36 shut-off notices on June 27th of this year. We had 3 people shut off this morning, 2 people made payment agreements. Reminder, if you receive a shut-off notice, please send proof of payment to 812-782-3573 or clerk treasurer at townofrancisco.com. Also, I would like to say that we are going away from accepting bank payments at the end of the year. So the last day to pay at the bank will be December 31st. You can also make payments here at Town Hall in the drop box with a check, or pay in person with a check or debit card, or use the swipe simple link
No cash.
and no cash.
Yeah, there. That her decision or the council? It's hers. I thought this was down. Well, there's certain aspects of her office she has total control. Bullshit.
Well,
She
no,
works for you people
no, she works for everybody in this town.
and acting on working for them. Tell them, would you tell them why?
So the reason we are gonna go away from bank payments is because we've had miscommunication between the bank and us. And I'm having to make extra trips.
Never, it's the first time I've ever seen miscommunication from the bank since this new boards are pulled.
I've had where I've had to go and have, make multiple trips to the bank because there was errors done and I had to try to go and fix them.
How much money do you save by not doing it? So in process?
About $50 a month. On processing
Everything.
fees.
Well, one, this ain't 1982.
Exactly, it's not easy to do. No, that makes it simple, just compare. I can just jump in the box and go, but.
We have, I mean, look at the problems we.
I want to pay.
See,
You can.
You can.
You can.
yeah.
You can.
gotta come in here and do it.
You have.
Telephone, when we go to the bank, we pay our water bill at the bank, we can get it paid receipt.
Yeah, your receipt, not going to here at the top, you detach it, and then that is your receipt. Your receipt comes in the end.
Others than not paid.
You can come up here and we can handwrite you out a receipt.
What I don't want to come up there. Well, then don't worry about it, Jerry, that's the way it's gonna be. You check my damn water up. Okay, no problem. It's just the way it is, Jerry. No, it's the way you make it. I didn't make it. Yes, you did. Okay, I'll take the blame for all of it. You and Harold. Meanwhile, moving on. I'll give you 2 minutes, Jerry, and then I'm gonna ask you to leave. Simple as that. All right. What I do. Thanks. Not a problem. Escort the man out. Oh, yeah. I've had enough. Gentlemen.
You told us that here a while back. Why is it just now making a?
Just, we,
I mean-
we do apologize.
Guys, it's come to a head. We
Right,
thought we could
right.
have it fixed, and it just keeps happening. And it's putting extra work on her, 4 hours, and we have to pay her to do that.
I do understand.
Glad you do.
And I know you talked about it before it even
Mhm.
happened. Because I can remember you and sat and talking about it. You can't have everything your way.
If we could just keep things the old way and everybody was
You can't
happy,
do that.
that would be great. But like I keep telling certain people, this, it's not 1980s.
No, it's not.
You've got new employees in there. Every time I'm in the bank, I see somebody new in there
Right.
that I don't even know.
You're doing-
And it
And
just,
and for the record, she does not work for the throughput. She works for everybody.
Right.
she does,
She works for.
but there's certain aspects of her office she is in control
Right,
of.
right.
And she told us the problems she was having.
She told-
Everybody
Like you
agreed.
said, she told us that here,
That's-
what problems she was having.
I could keep it at 1958. Okay, moving on.
I do have one more thing I just.
What's
thought
that?
of. I do wanna make public that, Amber Phillips will be allowed to go to the bank while I'm gone, like on
Yeah, you got some training.
my training coming up, that she will be allowed to, yeah, make the deposits.
You all right with that,
Making the
Amber?
payments,
Okay.
so just had to make that public.
She's
Oh,
the
she's
dep-
a new girl.
she's the dep- she's her deputy.
Yep.
Okay,
You might want to introduce yourself.
yeah. Amber Phillips, China Deputy Clerk Treasurer. I'm Mary Angel. Nice to meet you, Mary. I'm Cindy Angel. Nice to meet you.
Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, moving on to new business, maintenance report.
Really hasn't been anything out of just the everyday stuff. We had one water leak last month. Was that last month or the beginning of this month? I believe it was last.
That was last, yeah, it's named the last one, yeah, just was last week, last Sunday.
We had a water leak out right where we tie on the Pike Gibson at. There was an old water tap there that went to the old pump house. So they have water inside of there that's been abandoned however many years ago. And that old tap that washed out around the threads, we dig that up and put a sleeve on it. We were able to fix it hot, so we got just water down or do the boil orders.
Nice thing is, it was dry.
It wasn't drying that hole.
What's that line was that?
Over.
Main, wasn't it?
I took a bath, but we got her fixed, that shut the water down.
Alright. Okay. The generator contract. You got an email on that?
Yes, okay. So here is the contract. And here is what it all goes over for maintenance.
Okay,
And they said they could get us back up to date on maintenance.
they're behind.
Overlap. It overlapped.
Oh,
It,
and this is a year. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know more about this? Yeah. What's that? See if that's.
Yeah, I've seen it the other day. We got an outfit that we bought the generator out of down there in Evansville. And they've got a program where they have done maintenance twice a year. From A to Z on each one of these generators, the portable one and the one we got out in the sewer plant. Flush out the radiators, change the oil, fuel filters, the whole 9 yards. And it's just $1,840. Now, one board, I ain't making, one board decided that they didn't want to go this route. All right. They let somebody local come in and do it. And somebody come in and local that did it, cost us a brand new generator. $27,000 some odd dollars. Because they didn't know, they didn't flush the radiator. Because you gotta flush the radiator every 3 or 4 years. Because on top of them radiators, they got a aluminum cap that where your thermostat goes into, and it's got rubber seals on it. Well, if you don't change that out over so many years, by gosh, it turns around, breaks down, and where's the antifreeze going? Right straight down in the crankcase. and down into the band. Well, when they fired it up there to it, or out there at the sewer plant, they fired it up that day and it didn't last 5 minutes and it died. So I went out there and pulled the dipstick out and it's nothing but just milky oil in it. Oh, yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
Do they have like a 24-hour service, like if we need it in emergency?
Oh, yeah, it's in the contract. Yeah. So, they take care of everything. And for that price, how much, no issue with it, let you look at it. We tried to save $1, it cost us 27,000, so. That's what we're looking at.
Is that price? And
And they're on anytime we need it for emergency or anything like that, give them a call and they'll be here. They're just in Evansville. Out there on 41 separate calls. So they'll be here.
I've had to take mine.
I'm gonna make a motion to accept this.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Oh. Did you? You want me to do it?
Just me.
So they,
And you work night shift.
or no,
Okay. It's moving. Old business, water meters. Changing out any,
We got a lot of them changed. We changed. I don't remember how many it was. It's been 2 months ago now, but
I think we changed like,
or something like that. Yeah.
they might already go.
Yeah, you got some that are getting up there. I think those were the most urgent ones that were getting right at 1 million or over 1 million.
So when's the time do they need to be done?
Right around 1 million. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Water leaks.
Just
That we already talked about that one.
We possibly, we're gonna do a little looking when we change this last meter over here on Division Street. When we change that meter, when we shut the water down, that valve risers has water in it now. I stopped and looked at it on the way here. It's not, water's not moving, the water's stagnant in there and it's not pouring out the top. You can see where people drove over it, splashed it. So in the morning, I'm gonna come up here and work the valve and make sure that it's not leaking, but
Okay,
hopefully that won't turn into a valve replacement.
all right. So we've got the Freeburg contracting contract, which is next. And we've all listed over.
And then I have a question. Renee, he did say he could put it together, like if there's a water leak. How much he charges for one speed equipment, if he has to, he puts it together and put that, or is that, do we need to look at it like say next month and agree upon then? Yeah. I think we make a deal.
We have the contract. So usually,
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so kids, this price per month covers all the top, for meter reading, the maintenance duties and the routine lawn care. No, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, based on meter reading, all the lawn care, all the sewer plants, lift stations, all that stuff. It'll include the snow removal out in front of here in the fire station. fixing signs, housing and stuff like that.
We try to be the rest of the town, at least.
Yeah, yeah, we should.
Our checkbooks not big enough.
Okay, so. I guess, make a motion that we accept it.
Often.
All in favor?
Um,
Okay. We vote. It's past 90 days overdue.
So on these accounts, I did go and send out a certified letter in the mail, and I know both of us, or all three accounts have picked up their final payment letter. I've received back, their signature card, so they have until July 26th to make payment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yes, dear.
And Terry, she said that two of these were months. This month.
My
Really?
personally,
Yeah,
yeah.
when you were speaking.
I mean, I don't know my account.
Well,
And none of these accounts,
Okay.
the water is actually turned off on their accounts,
On two of them,
on all three.
on all three, the one is actually all.
But they're still getting billed because they've never
We did that.
they've never called to even say, hey, we'd like to close our account,
I don't
so.
even know who these people are.
The one has, there's for, either. Other person, I tried contacting multiple times, and I even laid that out in the letter to them, and
It's still.
they haven't paid since October. On the two other accounts.
Orders if you have to get Renee involved in it. If Renee can't do it. Yeah, I know.
we just,
It's the cost
Yes.
balances.
Yes. She made really amazing improvements with it.
It just adds to.
I think the best stuff is just send one. It's just not like you said, it was.
Which I think continues to add, I can do it. I think we table it.
Yeah.
Table. All right, we'll table that.
I think it's
Further discussion on do a cost analysis. It's gonna cost more. To do anything good, it's kind of a waste. Okay, town ideas. Anybody got any? Everything's just perfect the way it is, right? Sorry. Patrons concerns.
I haven't. Oh, no, it's not bad. There's an ordinance, there's an ordinance,
Yeah.
2021, that's not
Mhm.
about vehicles.
Yeah.
When are we gonna enforce them? There is vehicles everywhere.
Yeah, I'm still.
Actually, JD, when I was out there, I tagged several of them. I got a few of them moved. Undercover.
I know it's not a pleasant job, because I did it. over there.
Exactly, yeah, you know where I'm.
It's not a pleasant job. But the ordinance is there. If you drive around it, look. And I think that's what you have to turn it. Clean it up. I think you're trying, by the way. I don't know about him, but.
I was hot and heavy on it for a while there, and
You got Mr. Town Marshal there. And I'm sure you have the stickers to tag them.
yes,
It don't take long to tag it because, I know I tagged 100 in one day. Is it a pleasant job? No, your job's not pleasant. But the ordinance is there, either I say enforce it or take it off. We'll get on it. I appreciate it. Like I said, I've been a
You
little,
have.
I've been a little, honestly, I've been a little behind on it. Brian, are you listening?
Ken, like if you see any physical in a fenced in area, probably something. No, maybe, or
If it's
visible.
if it's,
If it's visible,
that's what I mean, if it's
Do
visible.
we, and here's the thing, I'm not sure, she could probably answer that. You know, they got into over there, they got to put the covers over.
mm-hmm,
That didn't stop us. You know, the attorney said, no, you can walk on there, you can raise that up. If it ain't awkward, it don't matter about
so we
place.
can go on, because a lot of times
Put it that in her.
I can't read the plate.
I don't know how that ordinance is enough. I didn't read into it enough, but you asked her, but I know the city of Princeton.
down.
I mean,
Okay,
you can,
we're gonna be on, we've been a little behind on it. That's something I was doing myself quite a bit. I've been working night shift back at Ryder. I've been working from 10 o'clock at night till 10 o'clock in the daytime. And I don't sleep real well, so
so your specific questions about entry of property
yes, entry of property to check,
to enforce an
to
ordinance.
enforce an ordinance.
What your name was, I,
Jason Clark, I'm sorry, JD Clark.
okay, but Brian,
Wherever Princeton be. How do you do that?
I'll follow up on that.
I appreciate that. Like I said, you know, I think you're trying, after talking with Long Island, you're trying to do. And I look at these vehicles around here and I'm like, some of them have sit there forever.
Honestly, JD, for the past month, I've not really done much of anything. I've been on
I
that.
know you talk to Snoop, he's out driving around there, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's all I had. That's all I wanted to ask.
Listen, I'll get on, we will be on shutdown next week. I'll be out.
Thank you very much.
Get out there and see what I can do.
thank you.
Luckily, I'm on day shift. Vacation. Make your concerns anymore? Anybody? All right, we'll close the board of works and we'll move to the town council. Take a minute for our clerk to get prepared.
First up is regular session minutes for June 10th.
I'll make a motion. Second. All in favor? Aye.
Next up is the special session minutes for June 19th.
Make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town bank reconciliation as of June 30th, 2025, $312,325.64.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Combined bank rec for town water and wastewater, $855,768.15.
Make a motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Ledger for town water and wastewater, $855,768.15.
Make a motion. Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Payroll for June, $2,163.68.
Motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Claim registers for June 11th to June 30th, $8,792.28. And town, July 1st to July 8th, $2,941.83.
Make a motion now.
Second.
All in favor? That. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so moving on to new business for the town, thank you.
They're doing the same as earlier.
Same as before, yeah, all right. Marshall's report. You don't have that. Is that what you're shaking your head about? You, I do. Air card. Our air card has developed a problem. The batteries got a memory on it or whatever, and it kind of swelled up on it. It does work, but I'm not sure for how long. We depend on that to be able to communicate with our computer in the car to communicate with the sheriff's department. It's very apparent that we maintain that. Now that the sheriff's department's got their new jail open, their new dispatch, there's been all kinds of problems. Getting bugs worked out of it so that we need help, we get help. Because I don't want to spend 20 minutes out there bleeding. So I need you to check into Verizon and see if we can't get that replaced.
I will call them on Thursday.
Nobody's here from the fire department.
Did I say something about the fire department?
Sure.
Good afternoon, from to be on record. Stephanie McKinney, Gibson County EMA.
Okay.
So I met with the fire chief and his wife,
Okay.
maybe a month or two ago about radios. They came to you to talk about radio upgrades and things.
No.
They're portables.
He gave me a phone call one night when I was out on the truck and of course bouncing around the rough highways on Illinois, it was a little tough to understand what he really doing.
Well, and your law enforcement officer can attest to it, and so can fix here about the portable radios and upgrades. And what they have currently, they're all working, but they can't be upgraded to the new narrow bending system 1525. That is going to be required.
Wait. Because
Just like
I don't
they're doing it
think
now, they're upgrading a lot of.
we have the dual, Brian and I have the dual band.
Yeah, I need to check the radio when this meeting's over.
That's
So the radios that they have right now are the EF Johnsons that I think originally,
that are older than they are.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
A lot of
that's
that stuff was
that's what Jerry
donated way back
was in there,
when.
and we got grant money for that. Well, I've gotten some more grant money and I'm working on getting the departments that are mostly me first, some radios, but I can't give them everything they need. Their mobiles may need to be upgraded in their trucks. I'm getting them 3 portables. I don't know how many more portables that they're gonna need, but
You get any for Brian and I, like, we could give you ours.
we can talk after the meeting. But like you said, you gotta be able to talk to dispatch or communicate to
We
EMS.
pretty much run on 800, leave them on 800, on the police department.
Well, and there's no reason why you need dual band radios. 800 is a whole lot cheaper,
Yeah,
but
I always said if we were gonna replace it, we'd go with the APX 6 now and then out there. Just straight.
but I know they have little funding to be able to purchase several radios, and I think they were gonna ask you guys for help in radio, at least one radio. And have pricing from all brands, but
What's the price range for the trucks?
depends on the brand.
I mean, what, I mean, Paul.
probably 3,500. Depends on the brand. You can get really nice ones, that's that
Cheaper than I paid for Verizon.
7 or 8,000,
That was a phone call.
Was this,
7 or 8,000
That's why I paid 7,000 something for Verizon.
for Motorola. You don't have to have Motorola.
No, I've got bike.
I've got Viking and a Kenwood, but I have demos too to try. But that's for the fire department. They can use help and you guys can help them, even if you could just help them with one radio.
It should have money in one of their line items, so
Okay.
they can.
That's something we would have to get with our clerk and check on that. We could,
I see for several different brands.
If you could send that over to me, that would be great, and then I can forward it to everybody.
Didn't know I was going to talk about them, but
you know what? Don, you want to learn that house, grab my radio. Kitchen window, and you charge it.
that's a lot.
I'll tease you in the truck. All right, so. It's hard part of the report. Multi-hazard mitigation plan resolution.
And I do have the plan here, it's double sided if you want to read it. It's,
Wow.
and if you want to look at it. So
I bet you just give me the highlights.
So I just got confirmation from FEMA and the state today that, Oakland City got theirs approved, their resolution signed and approved. And, the city of Princeton, they've got theirs, so you guys are next. Basically, it comes back to getting funding later on. So this is the 2020 plan. They have to be updated every 5 years. Of course, with new government, they're changing what they want in it. So, but what I got from FEMA today was, those were approved. So the remaining participating jurisdictions to adopt the plan, let's see. To ensure that all participating jurisdictions are eligible to apply for future funding opportunities, they have to adopt the plan, which is, and the resolution does that. And that is so they can, and I did send this letter over from FEMA. So if you're going to apply for any mitigation funding, there was the BRIC grant. There's the pre-hazard mitigation grant, and then mitigation. So your mitigation is going to, you're going to apply for that to fix things, mitigate it. You know, Hazelton has done that. I don't know, Francisco did years ago for their water system. They can pay for you to do, where they can come in and tell you what you need to get up the code or whatever, to apply for this mitigation funding. But if you don't adopt the county plan, you don't qualify for funding. It's a short version of this here. But in here, Francisco did participate when we were having these public meetings. I've got Johnny's signature in here. Johnny,
Finally did.
I guess, multiple meetings. Anybody that participated in public meetings, sign-in sheet is published in here. So Francisco did participate, it's the resolution for the town didn't get signed at the time.
It did not.
It did not.
Oh,
That's right.
And
you were talking.
That's
that's
right.
the resolution that
Yeah.
I sent you, which is FEMA and IDHS.
Yeah, we do.
They sent me a template,
Yeah,
so I just revised it to say
Okay.
conference.
because that was presented to something, we didn't know exactly what it was, and I reached out to Stephanie and asked, we had a nice conversation, so, and asked her to come and explain this stuff to us, like I said. And so we know.
And today's date or whatever, if you wanna approve it, because the other towns did too. But if any funding becomes available for things, for any type of mitigation, say you need to upgrade your water system or your water tower or
Exactly.
anything, you could apply for that funding.
You got it?
I'm gonna make the motion to accept this.
You don't backdate it or anything, you just write the current date.
I'm making a motion.
You have any questions?
It's not,
You can look at
I mean,
it.
Okay.
I mean, it's,
I get it.
I get
You
it.
want to read this letter?
Yeah. Okay. Is there a time limit during the year of applying for this stuff or?
When they, it's just like any other grant, there's a timeline. When they come out, usually you have like a couple months or something. If you get 3 days, it's like that.
Is there somewhere where we can go to, keep an eye on when it's some random, like, time frame, when it's somewhere we can look at.
And, you can go to, island.gov, and then in the search bar, you can type in grants. Or you can go to island.gov/IDHS. That'll take you to the, Indiana Department of Homeland Security website. And then over on the left-hand side, there'll be a line where you can state grants. And you can sign up for other things.
And then do you have is there an agenda for this
Thank you.
stuff? Cause I like the consensus that when you have like John.
Whenever I get these scheduled, I sit out there and email those people in that list. Cause I received funding for a contractor to get started on the update, and then they pulled the funding. Funding was in 2023. I just found out I got approved like in November of last year. Then in March, I got an application. It was, or if it's on hold, they didn't pick the way it's on hold.
Basically, Harold, that'd be like a grant, like we were talking about the other day, that main water and feed the town, but we're gonna figure something out this one day.
All right, we have a motion on the table. Looking for a second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So adopted by a vote of three in favor. And I put today's date on it.
Yes, yes, today's date. I guess you looked it over, if you look over.
No, oh, this never came to me.
Well, before I go any further,
It's a template, like I said, from, this list here. Say. You guys put the resolution number on it. Just like your ordinance number that you brought in. Put your resolution, right, and what resolution you are asking. So it's probably what, 2025 dash something. And if you need that recorded, or anything like at the, recorder's office, I can take that up there and scan it and see if that's. That was a lot of the other documents, plans, ordinances.
I don't see an issue.
Do what?
I don't see an issue.
It's pretty generic. It's like, and the other ones that we've been before are in this. Did you get the zip drive? Were you able? Yes, I was able to give it them. Not. She can.
There's a lot.
And also when we're putting this plan together, we talk about projects, you know, like you said, your water system repottage. At one time, in Hazelton, there was the levee,
Yeah.
it needed to be mitigated.
Remember
It
that?
needed to be raised. And that was part of this back when we, started doing these. So the levee got mitigated. Raised. If it hadn't raised this last April, water would have been moved down, probably even sure.
What?
We need to send very bottom ever. So it's through. Through guys deferring by.
I went out there and looked and see, I love the other ones there.
Alright.
I know.
Okay.
Look at something. She
Let's
was red.
back up for a minute now that Derek's here. You got anything? Keep going. Okay.
The fire department, we've had 11 calls for service. We have classes in August and September. October, we have our chili season. What day is it? October 18th. October 15th. That's all we got.
I mentioned radios, and we need money. We need money for radios.
I had no report in long enough, but I'm probably, I didn't think you.
You might have to take me a lunch or something. Yeah.
Alright, so
You're in, you want.
yes.
You're great. Okay, code of ordinance 2025.
That's for Mr.
Okay, because that's next, mobile home.
That's for Mr. Wax.
Okay.
Basically, the same.
Thank you, Dr.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
And
that's,
that's-
thanks, Stephanie. I got your card right here. Oh,
Yeah, I'll be in touch with you.
you got, okay, then this one's mine.
We can go back and.
Mobile home.
And it's for Mr. Wagner, he's gonna be revisiting and he lost.
Tearing down, yeah.
And it's not a, you
Yeah, I
got.
stopped and took a look at that last night. It's all done, it's board
Oh,
out.
you're all done?
Yeah. There's progress here. Affidavit of publication. Okay, so I guess we're here.
He was actually kind enough because we were going to do this last month and Mr. Wagner was following the procedures that we had in place. And he actually calculated the days, he was actually going to be 2 days short of the 7-day period that advertised, and he was kind enough to push it back an extra month, so he would be in lines with all of it.
Okay,
So, and he's actually having a brand new home build, mobile home build. Around there.
I'll have to come after.
okay, well, we can make a motion. to
Yeah,
grant it.
I'm gonna make a motion to grant this. This application.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There you go. the rest of it, the clerk.
I'll get it, yeah.
Oh, so we got to sign.
This is like the code of ordinances. Our book.
Oh. Well, yeah.
We adopted. This really fits.
Okay, and so this is the, where we got the, convocation all done, the 3 books. I've got one, which, I know you guys want. Renee's got a copy and the clerk's got a copy. And it's every one of the ordinances in this thing. So this is basically right, penalty for the violation, they're going to violate. Okay. So, want to make a motion? I'll make a motion that we.
Austin.
All in favor?
And then, listen this.
We all believe
One,
we're all supposed to.
yeah.
Would you just vote? There you go.
I'm going.
Then you're going to get those posted online, yeah, that they're formally.
Yep.
Okay.
If you, we said anything, Mr. Wagner, about making notifications and stuff to people with drop bombs and all stuff, I, if you, like, once he gets all set.
Actually, I have his water bill on
Oh,
my desk.
oh, okay.
I talked to him earlier about it, so. he's-
I just want to make sure he's aware of it.
He's gonna pay here after. Welcome to Francisco.
I figured that's the athletes, everybody.
That's it.
It's, well, she it me,
Yeah.
It's in.
Okay, oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. There's in front page.
I took the back page, but I have to.
Okay, well, let's make sure I'm doing it right.
Good.
All right, moving on, old business, yards needing mowing. And the place next to you. I think you should be a nice guy.
There's a few places there in county, and these two go. That's just absolutely out of hand. And some of them. Just about as far as I understand it. We need to get it taken care of, and. If not, then we need to get in and hire somebody to come in and do it. And then turn around charging for us. And, pretty sure they were notified. If they can't afford it, they always hire somebody to do it. But just leaving those jobs of grass at the people who are to want to see. That ain't good.
We provided notice to the resident. Have we provided notice?
Pretty sure we did, didn't that way
Which means we're talking about.
over at the elevator. In Frisco. The one over here on Division.
Well, if that's at that house down here on the corner. Then we should know who owns it, do we?
That's number 2, we didn't.
And that's one of them on the little list, I'd like.
And
to
that's one that's falling down.
Right over here on,
Second Street, big third, with their mother, one of their.
whenever you got your back across the elevator there.
Third and fine.
The roof's caved in.
All right, so the roof gate.
Actually, I finally did.
It's pretty close.
And I don't, and do we know who owns the one there?
Oh, that's some land company. That was a deal with carriers here.
But they
Backed out.
because then the way we guess. Then we don't get all the fines. And what? And then when part of. It's kind of like, oh, it's not.
Well, we're moving on the list.
Wait, a minute, don't believe me? No. Well, then we gotta come up with money to tear it down. Looking for a hefty discount is looking. Well, so that's about it, abandoned property.
So you're going to look in, so between those two,
There's,
is it one? These are the, it has to be done, I don't know,
provide notice and then take action.
so we have, like,
Like,
do we,
undertaking action means you set a court date, which chances are they're gonna show up, or you're gonna win. By default.
So we start to legal process. So we give them a chance to remedy it, to resolve it without getting legal and paying court costs and legal fees. So we could get it ahead of that. That's best for this town. It's just, can we get it at the beginning? It's truly best if we can nip it in the bud at the beginning versus just keep adding costs. But I mean, we have to address this. It's just-
these two? Look at them, I mean, I'd like to see,
Yeah.
I'd like to see,
Yeah,
there's-
I, because if
I
I,
went in the video.
you know, I'm, and not these two, but the other ones, obviously, I like to look at them and see what exactly we're talking about. If, actually, I mean, we can reach out to the homeowner, or who owns this land,
So that's just it. It's a great, that's the hard part.
We have to get responses.
Getting
But that's what we want.
responses from, I mean, this person owned it at one time, they don't know. And then,
well, that's what I mean, but if we do know who owns it.
the one behind your house, no one has a clue.
No. Right, I understand, but I mean, I'm talking about the rest of them. The rest is.
Can you not just get on LinkedIn and like see who the did it?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the rest of them, is like, I see you pay the tax. And see.
And you guys have.
Yeah.
So we really reach
Yeah,
out.
the beats there, you know.
Saying, see who, owns the rest of the city owns it, see how. I like to see how it actually are. Private. See. Talk about it, and we can reach out to the homeowner and see what's here. Huh? That's fine, let's go. I mean, that's what I like to know what we're talking. Sure. I don't like taking 2 weeks, but like I said, I mean, before we take action, I'll reach out to the homeowner, see what's going on. Or
We want to resolve it before the flash.
And we've been working on this for 2 years.
Oh, but I'm hoping they're not bad as these two. Geez, I mean, that's horrible. These two holes. That's
Which there was one even worse with that, it's being taken care of.
yeah, we'll go out and take them.
I've got abandoned properties. Town yard sale,
And is
what was it?
I mean,
19th of this month?
yeah.
Are there set hours that we're communicating or is everybody, if that's the day and everybody does their own hours?
I think
She,
Shelby Chavanaugh,
yeah,
she posted on the front of the door
she dropped the flyer off. Saying if you have any questions.
for July 18th and 19th.
I'm assuming, yeah, those other things. She did say that there's gonna be a limited stand or booth at the park. And they're trying to find a spot for a food booth.
I think they have some food truck.
Yeah, and I had mentioned, well, I had mentioned at the, that they can also put our dumpsters in possibly, or that's impossible. I don't, I was thinking. That's a possible option. That's, yeah. And or, yeah, here comes from your, we can do that too, some, yeah.
I mean, the issue, for me, after the yard sale, everybody puts their items away. Because I have had issues with that. And we don't want to create a nuisance by leaving the yard sale items in the yard after the sales complete.
When the signs come out, says, come get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's, like I said, Shelby, she was paying the first day, any questions or anything, it's getting her. That to call her or text her, Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. That takes an option.
Okay, town ideas. Nobody had none before. Do we have some now?
Now, who owns the property down, here? It's got all the flowers and stuff.
Sam Watkins.
Well, it's pretty, but yet the sunflowers are blocking the road and you can't see it. They call it traffic coming through there.
Need to take a look at that.
And we also, when we look at trash.
Yeah. It's hard to see.
I think that's.
Oh, which estimated.
You can take no weed.
That's my notice.
Might be one in about 2 o'clock in the morning. Snip, snip, snip.
I can do that.
I don't know why not.
I do that too.
Yeah, Sam keeps that up pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, it really
is.
It's his hobby. I mean, he's really good at it.
Beautiful.
Therapy. All right. Any more ideas? Patrons' concerns? On. All right, nobody has any concern.
I think Harold will take care of it, if you come to me. I'm gonna let that grow until Christmas, but I can play Santa Claus again. I figured it out.
letting children sit on your lap.
I know what. I know.
Well, all right, nobody else has anything. We'll call it done. Good. And I want to apologize for the little